and nobody's held accountable because nobody has ever been held accountable for their actions. So it's not going to start now until somebody is. And as a politician, yeah, sure.
Although people, I don't necessarily this, and this would be a whole nother rabbit hole to get under, but someone on the left listening might say Trump is being held accountable right now. I mean, he's the first president to have a mugshot.
But for what? I guess I don't really, I'm not following
Well,
a
they
ton.
believe this is why I say
Again,
it's a
that's
rabbit
to
hole
say they
because they
believe,
would
we always have,
say
they
that
believe.
he's trying to overturn election results, which I don't want to get into this whole because that would be totally getting political. But I'm just saying, when you said no one's been held accountable, I will say personally, right, whenever people on the left would say to me, Trump is going to get a mugshot, he's going to jail, I would say it's never going to happen. And I will admit, I was pretty shocked to see a Donald Trump mugshot. I was shocked.
I don't, that's with him. I guess I haven't followed it enough with him. I was like, for what did he do that was any worse than anybody else? I guess so. We're getting political. Help me out here, brother, because I want to answer.
I'm just saying, when you said no one will ever be held accountable, people, just like people were saying lock her up for Hillary Clinton, right? Nothing ever happened. People on the left were saying lock him up, and now it's actually happening. So
and now for something that did he destroy classified information or use BleachBit to destroy emails that were subpoenaed by Congress? Or he didn't do any of that, did he? Well, I know
you're asking a rhetorical question, but I'm just saying, I think people on the left would say, okay, finally the president is being held accountable. So it depends where you're coming from politically, because if there was a mugshot of Hillary Clinton, we would say, wow, she's being held accountable. And people on the left would say she shouldn't be being put in jail. That's the only point that I'm making. I will say I was shocked, and I'm not saying I agree with it. I was just personally shocked when I saw the mugshot. I think the mugshot is going to help him get elected, quite frankly. But I was still surprised by it.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, sure. I hate to tell you this, and just from what Ian's telling me, what new things I'm finding, this is why it's nice to live in my little closet here where I don't have to, I know when I say I don't watch.
Well, you know that Trump had a mugshot. I'm sure you knew that.
I saw it on social media, but I didn't know that. I didn't know that's what it was for. I didn't give, I told you, I don't follow Trump. I don't care. But when you told me that's what it's like, that's what's shocking to me. Like, for that, what the fuck? But we're never, no, until a politician gets held accountable for something that is actually egregious and is thrown in prison. Or I said this to Trey Gowdy when I was doing my testimony. I'll be honest, I did. We sat down when we did our Benghazi Select Committee hearings. I said this. I said, until you throw one of these people in prison for what happened to us, for leaking information, for whatever they did, giving up our positions, for leaving us to die, I said, you're going to see nothing ever held accountable in the future. I said that during a closed door hearing after we got done, where I was sicker than a dog shit. It was like the third time I sat in front of all these people answering questions about Benghazi. I said, you have to set an example off one of these, right? If you don't, you're going to have problems forever. Here we are. So I'm going to tell you right now, Cheryl, here we are. And it's never going to end until go ahead, Ian.
Oh no, all I was going to say is, here's the interesting thing. During Trump's rallies, right, everybody was saying lock her up in regards to Hillary. And I think when Trump became president, he was just, I think even maybe the influence of people would be like, you can't do that, right? They can't allow. And then they're actually doing it to him, though. I mean, they actually do have the mugshot. And so, I mean, if this sets the precedent, right, he could have set that precedent. He could have done what is being done to him right now, and he chose not to. And it's the same thing at the rallies, right? People saying fire Fauci. He never did that. So,
we say it on our show all the time. Karma's a motherfucker. We say it on the show all the time. Be careful what you say. Be careful what you do, because payback's a bitch, and the stripper name is Karma. And I would have loved to have seen Hillary get locked up. She didn't. She's not going to, guys. It's not going to happen. She'll get her judgment.
What if Trump comes to power and he decides to do the same thing to the people that did? You just never know. This, like I said, this sets a new precedent. It does set a new precedent. This is the first president with a mugshot. So
if it's legitimate and it's not just retaliation, it's something that actually should be thrown in prison for. Yeah, but if it's not, and Trump does it, will it make me feel good? No, I'm not going to feel good because I don't
I'm
want
just
to
saying
be
it
during
set
retaliation.
this sets a new precedent is all I'm saying.
Do you think it's
We're
a good?
living during very interesting times. You know, it's funny, even though I don't agree with him politically on a lot of stuff, when Brad Thor said that whole thing about the Chinese proverb
Yeah.
of may you live during interesting times. Like, yeah, we're living during very interesting times. We are.
Just a good, you piqued our. I think we went down a rabbit hole, but that's good. A good discussion though, and but I don't think anything should ever be done due to retaliation. If somebody committed a crime and it's a crime that you go to prison for, you should be go to prison for that crime, regardless of who you are, what standing you are, what position you have in office, and or it doesn't matter to me. But that's it's never going to happen. If it, and I hope I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong, but I
Yeah,
would put
I mean,
dollars to
like I
donuts.
said,
It's
and
never
what
going to
started
happen.
this whole conversation, once again, I could be proven wrong in that when liberals said to me, "You're going to see a Trump mugshot," and all this, I said that you were living in a alternate universe, and I was proven wrong. I never
But
thought I would see it, and we have seen it.